Hey everybody, it's me, Sarah here from Wholesale Ted, coming to you today with a little bit of a cold, but that's okay. Now, I've said this before, but I will say it again. Free, free, free. Everybody loves free. But you know what people love more than stuff that's free? They love it when something that is free can result in making them millions of dollars every year. Yes, today I'm going to be giving you 5 websites that have free traffic and free customers that you can use to build a money-making business. And yes, almost all of this money was made from entirely free traffic. How? Well, let me show you. Website 1, Amazon. Look, I'm going to be straight with you. If you want to build a money-making business with free traffic, the absolute best website to get high-quality free traffic and customers is Amazon. In fact, SimilarWeb estimates that in the past month, Amazon has been visited over 2.6 billion times. There's an insane amount of free traffic and customers. Now, a lot of people mistakenly think that Amazon is the one that sources the products that they sell on their website. But actually, usually, this is not true. While Amazon does source and sell a tiny percentage of its products, usually it acts as an online marketplace where third-party sellers, like you and I, can list our items for sale. Just like with eBay, it isn't eBay who lists the items on its site for sale, it's third-party sellers that do. But Amazon has a big advantage over eBay. You see, on eBay, if I listed these cat coffee spoons and someone bought them from me, I'd have to have them in my house so that I could package them up and then ship them out to my customer. Which is why for a lot of eBay sellers, having to store all of the items that they're selling on the site means their house very shortly ends up looking like an episode from Hoarders. And so Amazon decided to create something different. They created the Fulfilled by Amazon program. Basically, Amazon has set up warehouses all around the USA and, well, the world. Third-party sellers can ship their items into the warehouses. Amazon will collect the items and store them. And then when a customer comes and orders an item from you, Amazon's warehouse staff will find your item stored there. They will then package the item up and ship it out directly to the customer. And it will arrive in one of Amazon's classic boxes. This done-for-you service is called Fulfilled by Amazon, and it was revolutionary. No more having to store items in your house, no more having to ship them out to customers. It means then that third-party sellers like River Retail here, who have 199 items listed in their Amazon store, which, by the way, will be making them thousands of dollars a month, just have to source the products and let Amazon do the rest. In fact, Amazon businesses can be so hands-off that they can be potentially run almost anywhere in the world, even from the beach, as long as you have an internet connection, of course. So there are 3 main types of businesses that you can start on Amazon to take advantage of all of this free traffic, and I'm going to be listing them in order of their profit potential. Keep in mind though that the businesses with the most profit potential often do have the highest startup costs, so you know, pros and cons there. So on to business 1. Amazon Business 1, selling popular branded items. So out of these 3 businesses, this one easily has the highest profit potential. And it's pretty simple actually. What you do out there is you find popular branded products that already have an established fan base and you sell them yourself. That's it, you're just piggybacking off of existing products and existing sales and taking a slice of them for yourself. It makes it a very beginner-friendly strategy because you don't actually have to come up with any product ideas yourself. Instead, you just get to sell items that are already selling really, really well. My good friends Dan and Eric are fantastic examples. They have made millions and millions of dollars with their Amazon branded product business. In fact, as we highlighted on one of our most popular videos on this channel, they made over $5 million with it in just one single year using this strategy. It's pretty crazy, but in total, they have made over $16 million from free Amazon traffic, and I think this number may actually be up to $20 million now. And they have been very generous and have put together a free, limited time, exclusive video training workshop just for Wholesale Ted viewers and subscribers. So if you would like to get access to this course before it expires, be sure to click on the link in the video description below. And I know how lucrative this can be because, as I've discussed before on this channel, I've personally made a lot of money by selling popular branded items. Although, as I've described in my previous videos, I didn't do this by selling them on Amazon. I sold these items in my own store. But as Dan and Eric and their many successful students have shown, you don't need to set up your own store and get your own traffic. You can just piggyback off of Amazon's free traffic. Now you might be thinking to yourself, that's awesome, I get to sell real products with actual brands. That's amazing, I'm gonna go out there and buy 100 iPhones because they're gonna sell like crazy. Calm down there, calm down. It doesn't work like that. Now it would be great, wouldn't it, if you could just go out there and buy, 100 different GoPros, right? Because GoPros have a huge amount of demand and people are always wanting to buy them. Unfortunately though, billion-dollar brands like GoPro, Apple and Nike are very selective on who they will actually sell their products to, and they will usually only let big retail stores purchase them and resell them. And even worse, those retail stores usually don't even make a profit off of these items. So no, you can't just go and buy 100 different GoPros to resell. But like Dan and Eric do, and their successful students, you can take advantage of everyone's obsession about wanting to sell billion-dollar branded items and turn that obsession into money for you. You see, what Dan and Eric do is they go to Amazon and ignore billion-dollar super popular brands like Nike, Apple and GoPro. And instead they browse through the items on Amazon and find moderately popular products like this one here, Nutrilite. Now the chances are you've never heard about Nutrilite before. Why? Because it's not a super popular brand. But you know what? Lots and lots of people buy it every month. It may not be super popular, but it is moderately popular. Check this out, if we come to the Amazon listing for it and see what its monthly sales are using the Jungle Scout Chrome extension, we can see that in the past month, an estimated 1,099 units of it were sold, which is over $10,000 in sales for just 1 month. And so that is what Dan and Eric do. They look for these moderately popular products because these products have way less seller competition because most people don't think to sell them. And that is the secret to doing this business right. Most people fail at this business because they can't figure out what to sell, so they just try and sell what everybody else is, which is super popular brands. If you want to do this business right, then you want to be looking for the right brands and the right products to sell. In fact, for this 5-figure product, there are only 6 other sellers. Amazon will split most of its sales between third-party sellers that meet its criteria, and that is that they are competitively priced and be fulfilling their items with Amazon. And as we can see, there are only 2 sellers that meet this criteria, and that is River Retail and Kids Cupboard. And so most of that $10,990 is only being split between 2 sellers. Of course, if you were to start selling it as well, then it would start to become split between 3 sellers. And so when Dan and Eric find a moderately popular yet highly profitable branded product to sell, like this one, they'll contact the manufacturer for it and set up a wholesale account with them so that they can now buy it in bulk at massively discounted rates. But instead of getting their items shipped to them, they'll have them shipped directly to the Amazon fulfillment warehouse instead to be listed and sold on the site. Pretty cool, right? So not only do you get to piggyback and essentially steal a slice of sales from products that are already selling well, which removes the guesswork of trying to figure out what products you should list and sell, but by utilizing Amazon's FBA warehouses, you can run this business from pretty much anywhere in the world. And yes, that does include a beach, if it has an internet connection. And so again, if this sounds like something that you would like to learn more about, then you should be sure to sign up for our free, exclusive, limited time workshop that Dan and Eric are running just for Wholesale TED viewers and subscribers. And you will find a link to how you can join in on that in the video description below. Amazon business number 2, retail arbitrage. So I find that a lot of sellers get started with this business model. So what you do with it is that you go to big retail stores like supermarkets, Walmart, Kmart. So you head to places like that and you take a look at the items on the shelves and compare their prices to their price on Amazon. If you find an item priced lower, woohoo, you've got a hit. When you've got a hit, you then buy as many of the product as you can, and then package the item up and ship it into one of Amazon's fulfillment warehouses. Now, pineapple lumps are a special case because they're actually a New Zealand exclusive candy, or lolly as we would say in New Zealand, so they're rather rare in the United States and that's quite expensive. Usually the best hits that you're going to find are going to come from products that are on sale in a retail store but are not on sale on Amazon. So as you can see, this business model is not so passive because of the fact that you need to be constantly going to retail stores and sourcing products and comparing their prices to the prices on Amazon. And so usually this business has a bit of an income cap, and I find that for most people it sort of caps out at around $100,000 a year. But I know through personal experience that retail arbitrage can make for a great first business because of the fact that, just like with the first one, you are just piggybacking and capitalizing off of products that are already selling really well. As I've explained before on this channel, retail arbitrage was my first ever business. Eventually though, I realized that I wanted to find better, more effective ways of sourcing products, which is how I discovered wholesale and dropshipping. If you'd like to find out more about what dropshipping is, then you should be sure to download our free ebook, The 6 Steps that Six-Figure Dropshipping Stores Follow to Make Over $10,000 a Month. And you'll find a link to how you can get this free ebook in the video description below. Amazon business number 3, Merch by Amazon. Merch by Amazon is simple. It's print on demand for clothing like t-shirts, but with Amazon. If you don't know what print on demand is, here is how it works. Companies like Merch by Amazon will take artwork that you provide them and print them onto items like t-shirts and hoodies each time a customer buys one from you. So it means then that you don't need to buy a bunch of t-shirts in advance to resell, because of the fact that these companies will print and make each one individually and ship them out to the customer as they buy them. Not only then does this massively lower your risk because of the fact that you don't have to invest into inventory in advance, but it also massively lowers your startup costs as well. The clothing you create inside of Merch by Amazon gets listed on Amazon's product listings just like any other piece of clothing, and so again you get to take advantage of customers already coming to Amazon and searching and browsing for items. For example, this t-shirt here was created with Merch by Amazon from a simple third-party seller, and if we check out its sales stats using Jungle Scout, we can see that each month it's making over $4,000. Isn't that crazy? And this seller doesn't have to do much work at all because Amazon handles most of the customer service. They handle the printing, they handle the shipping. It means then that this is a super passive business once you've found a winning design, of course. So if you have limited startup money, then print on demand can be a fantastic business for you, which actually leads me to my next website. Website 2, Etsy. I was talking to a friend who described Etsy as the hipster online marketplace. And you know what? That's actually pretty accurate. So like Amazon, Etsy is a website that doesn't focus on selling their own items. Instead, they allow third-party sellers like you or I to list our items and sell them on there to make money. Last year, tens of billions of dollars were sold on Etsy. That's a huge amount of traffic and sales to piggyback off of. But there's just one important thing that you need to know about. What sets Etsy apart from other marketplaces like Amazon or eBay is that they have strict rules. The products you sell need to, under most circumstances, be original. And if you use a manufacturer to help you create the products you sell, Etsy must approve them as ethical suppliers. Luckily, Etsy has approved Printful and Printify, 2 of the biggest print-on-demand businesses, as ethical suppliers, making an Etsy print-on-demand business a great idea. Unfortunately though, you couldn't sell this t-shirt that I made and printed with Printful. And that's because I bought this artwork off of Shutterstock. And yes, I bought it using the enhanced image license, giving me the right to reuse this product for commercial purposes. But as we can see in Etsy's terms and conditions, all artwork has to be original, which means that either you need to make the designs that you use for your print-on-demand products that you list on Etsy, or that you get a graphic designer to make original designs for you, and call them part of your team in your profile bio. But I don't think that those rules are hard to obey at all. Lots of print-on-demand based businesses like these on Etsy follow the rules and get to take advantage of the tens of billions of dollars being sold on Etsy each and every year. But full disclosure, as I've explained in a previous very popular video on Etsy and print on demand, listing a product on Etsy costs 20 cents and it will stay up on Etsy for 4 months. So there is a small upfront cost to using the site, but it's very, very little. And unless you specifically pay for advertising, you don't have to pay for any clicks or any views to your product. So for me, it meets the definition of being free traffic. Of course, I know for some of you out there, you're very specific in what you consider to be free. So if you disagree with my definition of free, feel free to let me know in the comment section. Website 3. Fiverr. Fiverr has absolutely revolutionized the world of freelancing. On Fiverr, you sell freelancing gigs to other people, usually other businesses. Most people know that Fiverr is a good place to get blog posts, or to get a logo made, or to have an article proofread, but people sell lots of services on there. Heck, people are even successfully making money by creating free Google Forms and surveys. And if you've never done that before, well, trust me, creating a Google form or survey is pretty damn easy, and yes, it is free to make one. No fancy software required. I'm sure that almost all of my subscribers here could make one just fine. I find that freelancing is a great first business for a lot of people because it's very easy to understand. Someone has a service that they need completed, and you go and complete it for them in exchange for money. And people spend a lot of money on Fiverr buying gigs. I know that I spend a lot of money on Fiverr each year. In fact, I purchase so many Fiverr gigs that I'm a part of a kind of secret invitation-only club Fiverr has called VIDs, which stands for Very Important Doers. Freelancing also has another secret benefit for people starting out online. You know, I get a lot of people asking if they can work for me, and I know the real reason why they ask. It isn't because of the salary, it's because they want an insider look into how I run my business. And you know, I really respect that because I've learnt a lot from taking courses, I've learnt a lot from reading books, but the most that I've ever learnt is by working with people who are already successful at something that I want to be successful at too. But of course, there can be a lot of competition on Fiverr because it's one of the biggest online marketplaces for freelancers to list their services. And so sometimes it makes sense to go out there and research alternative options, which leads me to my next website. Website number 4, Jungle Market. Jungle Market is a surprisingly little known freelancing gig site from the creators of Jungle Scout. The purpose is for freelancers to be able to list services on there that are tailor-made to Amazon sellers. And do you know what one of the benefits are of selling services directly to Amazon sellers? They are often really rich. They have lots of money to spend, so not only is there way less competition from other freelancers for work, but because your clientele is rich, you can charge a lot more. Check this out. This is one of the top selling gigs on the platform. They are charging $130 just to add a video to an Amazon listing. That's right, they're not even making the video. They're just adding it into an Amazon product listing, which is incredibly simple to do. Like seriously, when I saw this, it blew my mind. I mean, you just have to go to YouTube and do a search and you'll quickly find a video tutorial that will teach you how to do this in 5 minutes. And the reason why a service so simple as this can charge so much money is because Jungle Market is the perfect example of demand far exceeding supply. Amazon sellers want their own tailor-made freelancing gigs, but not many freelancers are offering them. And this is something that the product manager over at Jungle Market, Joel, and I were recently discussing. Check it out.
So right now is just the absolute perfect time to join the Jungle Scout market because we are still a growing marketplace. Like Fiverr has 2 million users, Upwork has 5 million users. We've had a lot of freelancers. Right now there's a freelancer that has over 250 reviews. He was one of the very first freelancers to join the Jungle Scout market, and he has now been able to quit his full-time job. He left Fiverr because the leads were just like not nearly as high quality and it was just a race to the bottom on price. And now he basically dedicates his entire full-time job to the Jungle Scout market, helping Amazon sellers. I have another freelancer that is a product photographer. He has a wife and 3 kids, and again, full-time job being a product photographer on the Jungle Scout market. If they were on Fiverr or Upwork, the amount of time it would take for them to grow their portfolios and to get those reviews and get this steady stream of clients could take years. It could possibly never even happen. So just right now, while the marketplace is still small, is the perfect time to join.
If you're curious about Jungle Market, I'll have a link to it in the video description below. Please note that video description contains affiliate links. Here at Wholesale Ted, all of our YouTube videos are free and affiliate links help us keep our videos free. Website 5, YouTube. YouTube is an awesome website to take advantage of for free traffic because YouTube is one of the biggest websites in the world. There is an absurd amount of free traffic on this website to take advantage of and monetize. Unfortunately, most people on YouTube suck at monetizing their channels. I don't think it's going to come as a surprise to most of my viewers that in my niche, as in the tactical business niche, that we get absurd CPMs for our advertising. If we convert 48 New Zealand dollars into USD, that equals about $32. So if you've ever wondered why there are so many new YouTube channels popping up with regurgitated dropshipping videos, this is a big reason. For most niches, this is not the case at all. For most niches, you get around $1 to $2 per CPM, which means cost per 1,000 views. So here is a YouTube video I really enjoyed from one of my favorite channels. It's about video games, and it has around 450,000 views. A pretty incredible feat, right? Well, usually achieving something like this in a channel that's about pop culture will net you around $450 to $900. And that's it. Getting 450,000 views is really hard, so getting paid $450 to $900 as a reward for this does not seem like a fair exchange. That is why usually the most lucrative YouTube channels are built around selling products, and as I've highlighted before, there are 2 ways to easily do it without it being forced. The first is to start a YouTube channel where you review products and post affiliate links for how people can buy the products in your video description. And the second way is to create a YouTube channel where you create tutorials using software or apps that, yes, have affiliate programs like Adobe products. And yes, just like with the review channels, you place your affiliate links in the video descriptions. Now, while both of these channels do work, I've got to admit I'm a much bigger fan of the latter because, let's take this GoPro Hero 7 Black Air. Usually people sell this using the Amazon Affiliate Associate program, and with that program, it comes under the all other categories commission rate, which pays out a measly 4% commission. So if someone buys this GoPro Hero Black, you will make a whole $15 per sale for a $379 purchase. Now let's take Adobe products like Photoshop. Their monthly subscriptions have a huge 85% commission on their first sale, and even better, their stock image program pays out a one-time rate of $72 when someone successfully signs up for a 1-month subscription, which is incredible when you consider that a 1-month subscription costs anywhere from $30 to $50 a month. Digital products have far higher affiliate commissions because of the fact that their profit margins are much bigger. So keep that in mind when you are selecting what type of YouTube channel you are going to create. Thanks for watching this video, and if it taught you something and you're not a subscriber here at Wholesale Ted, you should totally become one because we are constantly releasing new videos with actionable advice on how to build a money-making online business. So be sure to click that subscribe button and then click the little notification bell next to it so that you don't miss out on any of our videos.